Let's start. Déjà vu, the feeling of familiarity. Déjà vu is that eerie sensation of having experienced something before, even though it's happening for the first time. Picture this. You're walking through your house, carrying a basket of laundry. As you turn the corner, you spot a blue sweater draped over the couch, and suddenly, a chill runs down your spine. You know you've seen this exact moment before, but when and how? Scientists believe déjà vu is a memory glitch, a split-second misfire where your brain mistakenly files a new experience as a familiar one. Essentially, it's your mind playing tricks on itself, blending fresh moments with old, fuzzy fragments of memory. However, more imaginative theories suggest something far stranger. Some propose that déjà vu could be a fleeting overlap between parallel timelines, or even a small skip in the flow of time itself, like briefly stepping into an alternate version of your life. Whether it's simple neural confusion or evidence of a deeper cosmic structure, déjà vu remains one of the most unnerving and oddly fascinating real-life glitches we experience. Number 7. Jamais vu, the opposite sensation. If déjà vu is recognizing something you've never seen before, jamais vu is the unnerving opposite, when the familiar suddenly feels alien. Imagine standing in front of your own bookshelf, filled with books you've read countless times. You run your fingers over the spines, recognizing the titles, yet something feels off. For a fleeting moment, it's as if you're looking at them for the very first time. Psychologists describe jamais vu as a perceptual glitch, often triggered by brain fatigue, stress, or even mild neurological hiccups. Essentially, your brain momentarily fails to recognize what it should know, creating a strange and disorienting sense of unfamiliarity. It's a bit like staring at a common word, say, door, until it starts to look foreign and meaningless. This eerie effect can leave you questioning reality for a few seconds, as if you've slipped into a parallel world where everything is almost the same, but not quite. Mundane objects, daily routines, even the faces of people you love, under the spell of jamais vu, they can all suddenly feel like complete strangers. Number 6. Presque vu, the tip of the tongue phenomenon. Presque vu, also known as the tip of the tongue phenomenon, is that maddening feeling when a word, name, or memory hovers just out of reach. You know it's there, you can almost taste it, but no matter how hard you try, you can't pull it into full focus. Picture sitting with friends, trying to remember your favorite song from high school. You're sure it starts with an S. You're sure it's about love. You even recall the album cover's colors, but the title just refuses to surface. It's not gone, it's simply locked behind a stubborn mental door. Scientists explain presque vu as a memory retrieval glitch. Your brain has the information stored, but the pathway to access it is temporarily blocked. It's like searching through a messy attic. You know the box is there somewhere, but you just can't find it right now. Well, it can be incredibly frustrating. That certainty you feel, that you do know the answer, is what sets presque vu apart from ordinary forgetfulness. It's a reminder of how mysterious and imperfect our minds truly are. Number 5. Chronostasis, the stop clock illusion. Chronostasis, often called the stop clock illusion, is a strange trick your brain plays on you, making time seem to freeze for a moment. Imagine glancing at your wristwatch or a wall clock. For a split second, the second hand appears stuck, almost as if time itself has paused, before it suddenly starts ticking normally again. This bizarre effect isn't just your imagination. Scientists believe it's a clever optical illusion. When your eyes shift focus, like moving from reading to checking the time, your brain slightly delays processing the new image. To fill in that tiny gap, it stretches the very first frame you see, giving you the illusion that the second hand has stopped. Chronostasis is a fascinating glimpse into how our brains prioritize fluid experiences over absolute accuracy. Your mind edits time to make transitions feel smooth, even if it bends reality in the process. In a way, it shows just how little we directly perceive, and how much is constructed behind the scenes to keep the world feeling continuous. Number 4. Mandela effect, collective misremembering. The Mandela effect is a strange phenomenon where large groups of people remember an event or detail one way, but reality tells a different story. One of the most famous examples is the belief that Nelson Mandela died in prison during the 1980s. In truth, he was released in 1990 and later became the president of South Africa. Another classic example is the Monopoly Man. Many people vividly remember him wearing a monocle, yet if you look closely, he never had one. These shared false memories spark endless debate. Scientists suggest the Mandela effect comes from the brain's tendency to reconstruct memories using bits and pieces of suggestion, social reinforcement, and flawed recall. It's a natural byproduct of how our minds store and retrieve information. However, others believe these glitches hint at something deeper, like shifts in alternate realities or parallel timelines. Whether explained by psychology or mystery, the Mandela effect forces us to question just how reliable our memories really are, and whether the past is as stable as we think. Quick question. If you said yes, you're not alone. Tons of people swear he does, but search it on Google right now and get ready to be shocked. Number 3. Time slip. Feeling out of time. Time slips are strange experiences where people feel as if they had traveled backward or forward in time. Imagine walking through the Palace of Versailles and suddenly noticing people dressed in 18th century clothing, but there's no reenactment, no special event, and no clear explanation. For a brief moment, it feels like history has come alive right before your eyes. Many accounts suggest the possibility of time travel or temporary overlaps between different points in time. However, researchers often propose more grounded explanations, like memory distortions, unusual brain activity, or perceptual glitches under stress. Some suggest that emotional states, environmental factors, or simple misinterpretations could be behind these experiences. The evidence supporting time slips remains largely anecdotal, without scientific proof. Yet, the sheer number of similar stories, across different cultures and times, keeps the phenomenon alive in popular imagination. Whether it's a trick of the mind or something truly unknown, time slips continue to invite both curiosity and wonder about the mysteries hidden within the fabric of time itself. Number 2. Object reappearance. Lost and found. Object reappearance happens when something you thought was lost suddenly shows up exactly where you had already checked. Imagine searching your entire house for your keys, only to find them sitting plainly on the table you inspected minutes ago. It's natural to wonder, how did they get there? The most straightforward explanation is simple oversight or distraction. Our brains can easily miss details when stressed, rushed, or preoccupied. However, some people believe these moments hint at deeper mysteries, like small glitches in reality or temporary shifts in perception. While science leans toward human error, the feeling of confusion and wonder leaves many questioning how solid and reliable our reality truly is. Whether it's forgetfulness or something we don't yet understand, object reappearance reminds us that even everyday life can still hold a touch of mystery. Number 1. Auditory glitches. Strange sounds. Auditory glitches are moments when you hear sounds that have no clear source, like someone calling your name when you're alone, or catching a whisper just beyond reach. Imagine sitting in your room, wrapped in silence, and suddenly hearing your name spoken softly, only to realize no one is there. These incidents can feel startlingly real, lingering in your mind long after the moment passes. Scientists often explain them as brain misfires or minor auditory hallucinations, especially when you're tired, stressed, or emotionally heightened. Your brain might momentarily create a sound to fill in sensory gaps or misinterpret subtle background noises. Yet, even with scientific explanations, the experience can be deeply unsettling. The vividness of these moments blurs the boundary between imagination and reality, making you question what you truly heard, whether a trick of the mind or something more elusive. Auditory glitches remind us just how mysterious and layered our perception of the world can be. Also, do subscribe to see my upcoming videos.